Welcome, everybody, to episode 143 of the effing title. I am Big Husky, and this week it is just me, as schedules got confused, mixed up, and just life is happening right now. So, just me tonight, giving you guys the breakdown, as you can see already from the screen. If you are watching it, if you're just listening, then you'll find out in a minute. But just looking at the screen, I've already filled in Fedge and Rob's picks this week, and then I'll just be going through and just talking about mine along with, who they picked. Last week, me and Rob went 12-4 each, with Fedge going 11-5. The JETS, Joe fucking Flaccos, continue to help me get lock wins, and I'm 3-2, Rob's 3-2, and Fedge is 1-4 now. So overall, grand scheme of things, Fedge is 44-36. I am 43-37. Rob is 42-38. So we're all neck and neck right now. So this week could be a big one. And we're going to start it off. It's Bears, it's Commanders, it's Thursday Night Football, and the Bears are wearing their all oranges, or the new orange unis and helmets. As you guys know, I've fervently said so far the entire time, I refuse to pick the Commanders until they start Sam Howell. You guys also know that I if you guys listen and follow along for the last couple of years, you also know I hate the Bears because of Matt Nagy, what they did to my boy Mitch, and also I just don't think Justin Fields is a good quarterback. So I'm kind of in a pickle here. So, with that being said, I'm going to do something stupid, like I always do, and I'm actually going to go with the tie. Because I don't want either. I physically just don't want to pick this. So I'm literally just gonna pick a tie. Will that bite me in the end? Probably. But if it doesn't, that's a huge advantage. I'm picking tie because I don't want. I'm not, like I said, I'm not picking the Commanders until Sam Howell is the starting quarterback, and I'm not picking the Bears because I don't like Justin Fields. So moving on. However, now though to. What is this going to be? This is going to be 1 o'clock games. Moving on to the 1 o'clock games. We got the Niners at Atlanta. Cordell Patterson being out for Atlanta is a massive hit. So I'm going to join the boys here, and I'm going to go with the Niners. I think Jimmy G... Them keeping Jimmy G was huge because if anything did happen, like what we saw to Trey Lance, they had a solid starting quarterback there, right? As so many people around the league decided to just randomly just say that like Teddy Bridgewater is the best backup quarterback. I think everyone forgot that Jimmy G technically was a backup quarterback this season, right? Jimmy G can start for a lot of teams around the league right now. And I think that right now him and the Niners are doing what they used to do, which is getting back to basics, running the ball, getting the ball to Kittle, getting the ball to Debo, and just, doing their thing on defense, right? Patriots at Browns. Fedge is going Browns, Rob's going Patriots. I'm going to go Patriots. I think the Patriots are in a weird situation quarterback-wise and team-wise to the point where anything that they're doing right now is kind of, how's the way that I want to word this? It's kind of, they're in no man's land. No one really knows what they're doing. Their defense is playing lights out, which I think would be great against the Browns. And this is a homecoming game. I know Fedge would talk about this. This is a homecoming game for... I can't think of his name now. Their starting quarterback, or their quarterback that they have right now. Here, I'm going to just do this real quick. Don't mind that. Of course, this is the point where them talk. Jacoby Brissett. That's what it was. For some reason, I could not for the life of me think of Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett, homecoming game for him, and I know Fedge is a big fan of the homecoming games. So, and now we're going Jets at Packers. The Jets going to Green Bay. Both Fedge and Rob have picked the Pack, and because I'm on a 3-lock streak right now. I don't think it's a 3-lock streak, but still, I think I'm 3-1 with my locks ever since I've been doing this. I am going to be this guy, and we are going JETS Joe frickin' Flacco, and I'm gonna lock this up as well because it's worked. It's worked. Why not? I think the Jets are doing well all around. They're starting to become a better team, and they're starting to figure shit out. The Pack, I feel like, however, though, are kind of trying to figure out anything right now, right? They kind of were doing well against the Giants, then the Giants just came out and just did whatever they wanted to them. So I think that the Jets and Giants are in interesting positions together. So Jags at Indy. So I don't know if the Jags record versus Indy counts if it is in Indy or not. And with that being said, if I remember correctly, if I do recall correctly, I do believe that, before I say this out loud, let me take a look, because I don't want to seem like more of an idiot than I already am. Yes, they beat last week by the Texans. Close game. See, this is one of those things, right, where really it should be a simple Indy decision, right? Just looking roster base wise, it should be a simple Indy. However, though, I know that's not going to be it, so I'm going to go Jaguars. I'm just going to go Jags. Vikings, Dolphins. I'm not even going to talk too much about this. I'm going Dolphins. Fedge is going Vikings. Rob is going Dolphins. Rob's lovely wife, Meg, decided to lock the Dolphins. Meg also loves third-string quarterbacks, so that's how a lot of these picks came to be, from what I was told. But she's locking up the Dolphins for Rob. I'm going Vikings. I think the Dolphins are getting massively, are being put under a giant telescope right now with Tua being out, and I feel like that is going to cause a lot of problems. I mean, you look at the Jets just put up 40 on them, right? Their defense is being exposed a little bit here because now their offense can't put up those points. That's the way that I'm seeing this, and that's what I do believe is happening here. So with that being said, I'm going to go Vikings, and I think that this is going to be a close game, but it's going to be another one of those games where it just shows that Teddy Bridgewater should not be a starting quarterback in the NFL. Bengals at Saints. Both the boys are going Saints. I'm going to join them. The Saints, when the Saints are rolling and the Saints look good, it's tough to stop the Saints. When the Bengals are rolling, it's tough to stop them. The problem is, though, the Bengals haven't gotten rolling yet at this point, right? They have a couple good games here or there. They have a couple good moments here or there, but they haven't gotten rolling, right? We saw last week Hayden Hurst versus Baltimore did well, but Jamar Chase was nowhere to be seen. Boyd was almost nowhere to be seen. A lot of these receivers were nowhere to be seen, right? So it's kind of showing a little bit. I think their run game is better than what people think it is, and I think that they do need to start running the ball more to keep the pressure off of Joe. But I do think the Saints, though, will come out of this with the win. Ravens and Giants is a tough one for me. Fedge's going Ravens. Rob's going Giants. I love what the Giants are doing. Right, I love Brian Dable from Buffalo, and I love Wink from Baltimore. So this is a home, not even a homecoming for Wink, but this is almost a revenge game for Wink. Baltimore is getting back 2 edge rushers, a edge rusher and a linebacker, because Tyus Bowser does a little bit of everything. But with that being said, though, this is a tough game. I'm going to go Ravens. I do believe this is going to be the game of the week. In my general opinion, I think the Giants are a lot better than what people are giving them credit for. There's still a lot of pieces that they need, right? They still need to add a lot of pieces. However, I do think the Giants are one of the better teams right now in the NFC. I will say that. And I think that they're still just figuring it out, right? Then we go Buccaneers at Steelers. I'm not going to talk about this too much. It's Buccaneers. Buccaneers are going to come back. Buccaneers have been having a tough little stretch recently, right? Where was their game? They just barely beat Atlanta this past week. Tough little stretch, right? They're 3-2, so they're doing really well. I can't say the same for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is being exposed so much with not having TJ Watt there. After seeing Last week, them getting just absolutely demoralized by Buffalo, right? Now, am I saying that Tampa is Buffalo? No, they're not. But Brady is going to pick this team apart. And I'm going to keep saying it right now. They put Kenny Pickett in too early. That's what I'm going to say. They put Kenny Pickett in too early. So, with that being said, I'm going Buccaneers, along with Rob and Fedge. And that's Fedge's lock of the week, so all the locks are done now. Panthers at Rams. For the first time in a little while, Fedge is going against the Panthers, and he's going to go with the Rams. Rob is going to go with the Panthers. And in a game like this situation, the Rams are either looking very good or they're looking very bad. The Panthers have an opportunity here with brand new head coach after Matt Rule got fired. Brand new head coach. Baker probably won't be playing this weekend. Matt Corral isn't there. Sam Darnold isn't there, which means that our boy, everyone's boy here in the community, in the Husky Kingdom, our boy, PJ Walker, is probably getting the start. And with that being said, I'm going to say that the Panthers win this game. I'm going to say this is a close game, and I'm going to say they're going to win because of PJ Walker. He's going to make a great touchdown throw or run at the end of the game. Boom. Over. Cardinals Seahawks. Y'all know I don't like the Cardinals. Seahawks by a million. I think that Geno is doing a great job there right now, kind of reviving his career. Geno's doing what people think Teddy Bridgewater can do. Geno's actually slinging the rock around. Geno's actually leading his team and doing things that people assume and just think that Bridgewater's been able to do. I think that this is a great year for Geno, showing that he can come in, he can play strong. I mean, now that I'm saying all this out loud, I kind of want to know what his numbers look like. Because, like I said, I want to say that he's doing... Yeah, Geno Smith, 1,300. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's the 12th... He's number 12 for passing yards right now. You know, he's literally right between Burrow and Derek Carr. So, I mean, he's doing great there. What's his 9-2 touchdown to interception ratio? That's fucking fantastic, right? Completion percentage of 75. Geno all day. Yeah. Geno is reviving his career and proving that this is who he should like. He should have been a starting quarterback at some point during his career. I think that it probably just took this long for him to get the experience because he's been in now 10 years, right? He's 32. But he's finally getting his shot, and I love to see this happening for Geno because I was a huge fan of Geno when he was in West Virginia. Let's see here. So, week 2 against the Niners, he didn't throw a touchdown, threw 1 interception. Loss against Atlanta, a close loss, he threw 1 interception. But I mean, every other game though, he's doing relatively well. He's doing, like, relatively well looking at stats-wise. So, I love to see this. This is great. Hopefully, this continues, and Geno keeps doing his thing. And like he said, you know, a bunch of people wrote him off, but he didn't write him back. So, when I heard that, I loved it. Bills, Chiefs. I don't like the Chiefs. We're going Bills. I think the Bills are the best team in the AFC. So, I think the Bills are the best team in the AFC and the best team in the NFL. Period. So we're going Bills. Then we go to Sunday Night Football. We got Cowboys at Eagles. And both Fedge and Rob are picking Eagles. As much as I would like to pick the Cowboys, I am going to go Eagles. I think the Eagles are on a freaking tear right now. I think that the Eagles are easily the best team in the NFC. And I think that right now people can make arguments that they're the best team in the NFL, period. For me personally, though, I think that they are the best team in the NFC. Don't know about NFL. I like what Jalen Hurts is doing. I love what their receiving core is doing. Their defense looks solid. And the Cowboys, as we've talked about week in and week out, are interesting because it's one of those things where their play calling is better when they don't have Dak versus when they do have Dak. So, And then we get to the great Monday Night Football game. We get the Broncos country, let's ride, at the Chargers. Fedge is going Chargers, Rob is going Broncos. I can't bring myself to genuinely say Broncos country, let's ride, without being sarcastic. So I'm going Chargers. I don't care what's happening. This is almost like a Commanders Bears situation for me at this point. So there's the whole week, and then we got, this is the first bye week, by the way, for some teams. We got the Lions, the Texans, the Raiders, and the Titans on byes. And I think that this is a great bye week for the Lions and the Titans, personally. I think that those are the two best teams. Raiders, I feel like, are in shambles no matter what. They went out and they got Devonta Adams. They've boosted up that defense a little bit, right? And they're still kind of in shambles, almost, it feels like. Especially after Devonta Adams pushing the guy and, going on a little tear at the end of the game. But the Titans are one of those teams that everyone thought they would just be, hey, they're going to do what the Titans do. They're going to run the ball, and then Ryan Tannehill is going to throw it, and their defense is going to be solid. And that's not what we're seeing week in and week out. The Lions, and after last week, and then basically and Dan Campbell literally saying, this is the worst we've ever played. Like that sort of thing. Like, I don't think it gets any worse than this. I think that this is a great time then for them to have a bye week, because now they can kind of deep breath it and just, let's fucking forget about what just happened this past week and let's get back to doing what we're doing, which is becoming a team that a lot of people are liking and that is very underrated. But there's the picks for the week. A little bit of a shorter episode, like I said, because it's just me. But with that being said, though, I want to thank everybody that does watch these. I know that I post them kind of early in the morning, and also I just know that this isn't a great video for people to watch and listen to. It's not that exciting, right? But this is something that we all enjoy, and for the people that do enjoy it as well with us, I appreciate you all watching. I want to know what your guys' picks have been looking like down in the comments down below. Who your favorite team is, who your least favorite team is, and do you agree with me that the first game should be a tie? But as always, depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, still trouble, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.